Thank you, Joe Megan. I was like, I have people popping in and popping out, and now nobody's talking, and I'm like, what the hell's going on? Thank you. Thank you. You guys missed all my Radiocaster stuff too. Like, good morning. Welcome to My Mystical Life. How are you today? Shit. Our celestial forecast. Good morning. Good morning, sunshine. Good morning, everybody. Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday.
Woo!
Today's card that we're just going to be joyful. Be joyful. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask people, hey, good morning. You turn the volume on and all of a sudden, it's a miracle. What do you have to be joyful for? Good morning, James. What do you have to be joyful for? And, you know, we have things that make us smile, but what really lights your fire? What really gives you like that zoom for the day? And I'm not talking about like a Monster drink. Victoria had one in the shop yesterday and I dumped it, and I don't do Monster drinks, and it smelled like rum to me. I'm like, is this rum? I mean, hey, you do you. If you want to have rum, whatever, but she's like, no, Lisa, it's a Monster drink. I'd rather have rum. Anyhow, why is all the rum gone? If this is your first time here, good luck, everybody. Have a good time at least. Find some reasons to laugh. That's what we do. We get on here, we find some reasons to laugh. We start our morning in a wonderful way with community and laughter and messages and readings. Joyful for the love that I give and receive. I love that. Joyful for the beautiful life I share with my loved ones. Perfect, Susie. Perfect, right? Perfect. So we're going to start a new thing, and I'm going to get it all laid out for tomorrow. I'll probably be on tomorrow. And we're going to start a once a month, or maybe even a once a week, I have to think about that, giveaway for people that share within the lives. So if you share and invite friends and things like that, for each time you do it, you will get a ticket in the drawing. So we used to do this a long time ago. And it's a wonderful way to give back to people for participating and even just basically showing up for yourselves, right? You're here watching me, yay, whatever, but you're here for yourselves. You're looking for the laughter, hopefully, that we share on here, and the joy that starts the day, and all the fun things that we hope to bring about by just getting together and having a chit chat. So if you don't have anybody on the feed that you're on, because we do have multiple feeds coming in here, that's why I don't talk to everybody all the time, because my feed will jump and I don't see names anymore. They just keep going, which is a lot of fun, but also it's a lot. So be patient with me. Give me some grace. I need grace. Who's Grace? But I need grace sometimes. Ooh, Sam's coming with his. You sitting down?
Big buffalo's high here. I don't forget.
I know. I'm so excited about the buffalo hide, but I don't. You can sit on. Oh, there's a box under there though of feathers. Look at us. We're like, well, there's the buffalo and the feathers are underneath it, so don't sit on the feathers. Sit on the buffalo. Yeah. Okay. So that's a new acquisition for my shamanic healing session, is the buffalo hide to be used on the table.
Stroke the furry wall.
Shut up and sit down.
Nobody's afraid of a Jeffrey.
Nobody's afraid of a Jeffrey. Why? Because he's just the bloke down the street.
Jeffrey's just a bloke from down the street.
Who knows the movie? Anybody know the movie?
Oh, I'm Jeffrey. Oh, I'm
Jeffrey. Anybody? That's music or movie trivia coming back in. I mean, because there's been some really wild movie references. Some people, matter of fact, nobody got the movie reference yesterday. Watch this. I bet you Sam Fry gets the movie reference in 3 seconds or less, right? This is the one I did yesterday, bright and shiny.
Yeah, bubble boy.
That's our sense of humor. So, anyways, good morning. Good morning, Shubli.
I'm Terry. I'm Terry too. We're all Terry.
Jesus, good morning. Okay, so today is be joyful. Find a reason to be joyful. Find a reason to laugh. You know, laughter is contagious. Even if it's just nothing, and you find something funny and you start laughing, people around you start laughing because, first of all, I think you're nuts.
Maybe.
Uh, but I'm going to share something with you really quick because I think it's amazing. And Mr. Fry is here. He looks a little bit different. He doesn't have his glasses on. And I would have to, her name is Bobby Struck. She's on my friends list. But she came to the store. Hi from Ireland, Audrey. She came into the Mystical Moons and did vibrational therapy. So what she does is she has this machine and it just figures out what you're missing vibrationally, right? And then it goes in and it adjusts your auric field and your energetic field in your body. So it's kind of like knocking out blockages and things like that. So up until about 3 weeks ago, actually up until about 3 days ago, Sam wore glasses.
It's been a week now. It's been a week.
Yeah, but stopped. Well, you did stop wearing your glasses about a week ago.
When I was sick, I couldn't.
Yeah.
Just before that, I was like.
So before I go further, I will tell you guys that she does this. It's vibrational therapy. It's done distance as well as in person. Hi, Lisa Phillips. And not to say that this is a common occurrence, okay? Because I'm sure it's not. It's not. It's not. I would have to have Bobby on and have a discussion about this because
we also need to talk to her too to find out what she did because this wasn't really supposed to be part of the process.
It wasn't supposed to be. He was legal. He was almost. I mean, he has really.
In my left eye, I have such a horrible stigmatism. At one point in my life, and this has been years ago, and it's probably gotten worse over time because it always does when you got poor eyesight. But at one point in my 30s or 40s, this eye, I was 20/200. That was how bad my vision was. I couldn't see anything out of this eye was a blur without my glasses. They were able to correct it down to 20/20, but that's not the point. Is that so? There's a lot of factors here, and I don't know how to explain it other than I started taking this other medication that my doctor put me on, and coincidentally, in all about the same time frame, all this stuff started changing. But about a week and a half ago, I woke up one morning and I couldn't see out of my glasses anymore. My vision changed so much that I could. They're paperweights. In fact, I had a doctor's appointment the other day, and the doctor was scratching his head trying to figure out how the hell my prescription changed so much for the better. I'm legally now allowed to drive without my glasses, but since this all happened, I can drive. I can see the signs now. I can never see the signs. There was big green blobs up there. I couldn't read the writing on them. I can see the signs down the road now. It's apps. I just don't know how to explain it. I still need to wear glasses. Don't get me wrong. I'm not 100%. I'm not 20/20 by any means. But even now, I can read the words. I can read everything on the screen where I wouldn't have been able to read any of it before.
And the eye doctor can't explain.
The eye doctor was scratching his head. He's like, I mean, sometimes this happens with medications, but I've never seen anything like this without being a surgical remedy.
And that's not any of the side effects on the medicine.
No, that's definitely not a side effect on that medication. So I mean, I don't know how to explain it. I don't know how to explain it. The doctor told me, he says, normally I wouldn't prescribe you any lenses right now, but this is I because it's such a drastic change.
Yeah, it's amazing. But then again, come to find out last night in a conversation with Jansen from the store, she used to wear glasses as well, and then she started working with Bobby, and she doesn't wear glasses anymore either. Wow.
Again, I still need to wear glasses because
yeah,
I cannot see very far out.
but you were blinder than a bat.
Well, yeah.
So anyhow, there we go. That was just why Sam's looks a little different. He doesn't have his glasses on because he has mystery improvement.
Yeah. So I gave them my frames back because they're not that old. Said put new lenses in them. I'm not paying $300, $400 for a pair of frames.
Right.
There's nothing wrong with them.
So anyway, wildness, right? Okay, so the word for the day is joy.
Now I guess I can see the forest for the trees.
There you go. Yeah, it's wild. It is wild. So, can I get a whoop whoop in the room? And if you could share to your feed, a relevant group, invite a friend, all those things.
I'm getting over a cold.
Yeah, he has a cold.
At least I can breathe today. My head doesn't feel like someone's standing on it.
They're sick in here. I use my immunities. Okay.
I can almost taste that.
Oh, good. Improvement all around.
Yeah.
Let's go with...
I can breathe better today.
I'm going to go with Susie. Susie. The reason you vibrate really high, Susie. And I want to address that. There's a first of all, do you smell angels? Good morning, Vicki. Susie.
I need that in a frame soon.
Yeah, I'll try and pick one up today.
And then I have to
do you smell overly sweet flowers? Like every once in a while smell something really, really sweet. Lisa's like, Paula has been superhuman. She's so tired of blowing her nose. Yes. Okay. So
that sucks, man.
that is angel energy a lot of times. So that is that clairalience, that extra perception, right? But they want you to know that they're present. They're really putting that out there right now for me. Is even while I'm sitting here, they're like, she needs to know she's extra supported. She has extra things coming in. And you have something else strengthening as well. So I don't know if you're catching more things out the corner of your eye or what you have going on, but they're like, you have more coming behind your spiritual journey. So be prepared for 2x4 therapy, which when they drop all of the things in front of you and you cannot ignore them anymore, like all of the validations, and you sit there and you go, holy crap. Just know that is coming. And I also want to talk about, so we're going to go into the, good morning, Shelly. Shelly, I have you on our readers group, like for the shop, but it says you're unavailable. I don't know why that is. I don't know if you did that or if I did that. I could have screwed something up. I'm just letting you know. So Susie, I also want to talk about the connection, and I want to talk about the connection between angels and extraterrestrials. If we were looking very, very narrowly at our human perception as to what these things are. Colleen, how the hell are you, girl? You should see this new colt. Holy cow. But he's not here right now. Mom's off getting bread. But
well, she's trying to.
She's trying to.
Well, not really. I mean, she's being very violent.
So
not violent.
Hi Don, welcome to the channel. So Susie, I want to talk about the extraterrestrial connection because there's so many different ways to look at angels and aliens and things like that. Oh, you're enjoying the Florida sun. Good vacation. And they want to talk about your extraterrestrial. You came to the human college specifically to help raise vibrations. They want to talk about the past lives you've had as extraterrestrial, and I don't think you're into the human existence as more than 40 or 50 lifetimes, which sounds like a lot, but it really, really isn't, because lifetimes can be extremely short. You may come in a flash in the pan and be gone again. So a lifetime doesn't mean what we think of a lifetime as 80 years or whatever. It can be a very short existence, but it can be filled with lessons. They're like, you've been going through the tough lessons, pushing through them, and you're here to help raise the vibration of humanity and see the more beautiful things in life and help other people do the same. So that's what your guides want you to know. Good morning.
Aha.
Good morning, Glenda.
Aha.
Oh, that's a good thing.
I just found the boat stickers.
It's the little things in life. All right. Can I get a whoop whoop, please? Let me see who's in the room. I hope that is helpful. Susie. Can I get a whoop whoop?
See, Ray. There we go, baby.
Can I get a witness?
Should be another set in here for the other boat. Bingo. There they are. Okay. You were so smart by putting them in here. I mean, super duper smart.
I hope that helps, Susie.
Like God is smart.
Like a what?
Like Goddess smart.
Okay.
You can move the camera this way a little bit.
I can.
Just because, I'm having to breach your entire space over here just to.
Better?
Looks great.
Is that better?
Yeah,
okay.
Sure.
Okay. Tanya. Good morning, Tanya.
Hey, Tanya Lee. Hey,
It
Tanya.
is. It is. So let's go with Dawn Nabi. I think I said it right. Did I say it right? Nabi? Nabi? Dawn Nabi. So what the whoop whoop does, if you are new to the channel, it lets me see who is. Thank you, Tanya. It's the hair that you can't really mess up. You know. Well, maybe I can. A nappy. So, Dawn, you are not setting your goals high enough. You're not setting your goals high enough. They're like, you should be looking up. You should be looking up. And so what that means to me is you have some really amazing opportunities coming your way, but you have to set your desires in that direction. You have to aim yourself that way. Okay? Because when things present themselves to you and you've not aimed yourself in that direction, you're also not stepping forward with that solid self-confidence of, I have this because I've manifested this. I've brought this into my life. Whatever you think of as manifestation, but they're saying you have some really great opportunities. They're going to seem like they drop in your lap, but they're only going to drop in your lap when you set the goal that you want them. And they may not present themselves as an easy solution to anything in life to help you be like, this is going to be a stroll in the park. It's not going to be a stroll in the park. That's not how you learn. I think you can be a little stubborn. They talk about you putting your head down and stepping into things. So do that. Don't take the easy way. Don't take this is the easy way to make the money, so I'm going to go this way, because that is going to stay stagnant. Anybody can do that, but you can do much greater things.
Don't aim for existence.
Yeah.
Aim for abundance.
And they're showing like singularities. Like they're showing me prime numbers. So like this doesn't divide into anything else. This is specific for you. Specific for you. It's not for everybody else. It's specific for you. I don't know why they want to use math with me. I mean, I'm like, really? Why would we want to use math with me? My math skills are Morning, Randy Scott. Absolutely. Look at it as already happening. Diana says, look at the things that you want in life as if they're already there. They're already happening. That it's already, smile through what you already have. And then that comes in more abundantly. I hope that's helpful. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, it'll pop in. It'll pop in. So I hope that's helpful. All right. Can I get a whoop whoop? Lisa Phillips says you can work to live or live to work. The latter is preferred. It does work. We're huge on manifestation. We are our own creators of reality. Absolutely.
When she says what she means is all of us are our own creator
Yeah.
of realities.
Paula, welcome.
We're
Hi.
not creator of anybody else's reality.
No. Okay, let's go with Maria Ramirez. Ramirez. Good morning, Trudy Gale. Maria, they want you to back off of something. They're talking, and that's so interesting because they give me, I'm getting some information tonight, like this morning, like visualizations that I've not gotten before. So they're actually giving like a downshifting, and it's so funny because it's like of a big old truck, like a big old farm truck, and they're grinding the gears, not really wanting to step out of something, but backing out of something and saying, you know what, I have had my moment in this, and I really don't. It doesn't resonate with me anymore. So I can take control of the situation and step away and be okay with it because it's my decision to do so. This is from Maria Ramirez. I don't know. It's like back to back tongue tire there for me. So they're like, and this might be something that feels, like you've done it a long time. It's been comfortable, and hi Chris from Scotland. And it
Up,
feels super comfortable. It's just a pattern. It could be something that's just a pattern, but you may wake up one day and just be like, this doesn't work for me anymore. Like, it doesn't bring me joy. It doesn't bring me joy.
So going back to the truck thing, the downshifting is generally a sign that you need to slow down because you're about to crash into something. This is what I feel like. You're charging at it so hard and so fast that it's really not where you need to be. So, it's not the direction you need to be is really what I'm getting at. Slow down, take a breath, look around. When you start looking around, you're going to see why something isn't supposed to be what you think it is. So take a break, slow down, look around. I don't mean look around at your house or whatever. I mean the situation. You need to look around at that situation and say, and do a real good view of what's involved in it, and maybe that'll give you some perspective as to why maybe you're charging at the wrong thing.
And if it doesn't make sense, as always,
maybe it will.
Maybe it will. Because it just seems like, and it could be just a new view, being like, you know what, and it's not, and when I talk about backing out of things, it doesn't necessarily mean like backing out of friendships, backing out of relationships, backing out of work or anything like that. It can be something very small, like backing out of conflict, backing out of other people's garbage, backing away from listening to other people's drama, bringing some peace into your life in that way. You'd be surprised, you guys, how much other people's drama affects your energetic field, even if it's not yours, right? Because we are allowing it in. There we are. So it could be a wide variety of things. I hope that's helpful. So moving on. All right. Can I get a whoop whoop?
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Okay.
And it's funny too because I saw her earlier and I was like, I was kind of hollering at me a little bit. So, Shubli, give me a minute here to get my brain cells lined up a little bit. But you're on my
Sam
list.
Sam started a list.
I've started a list, but if there was a list, she's first on the line for me.
Yes, leaving other people's dramas is life-changing. It is life-changing, 100%. Let's go, Joe Megan. Joe Megan, I'm supposed to pull you a card.
So don't go nowhere, Shubli.
So Joe, I want to talk about Joe Megan. I want to talk about de-stressing. And just bear with me because I am working on hearing what they're coming across with. And what I hear is the drum beat. And I hear bum 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 bum. And that to me is, I'm not doing it again. Truth wave, energy meditation. Good morning. When I'm talking about hearing a drum beat, normally my first thing is, hey, are you a healer? What kind of healing are you doing for yourself? Are you taking care of yourself energetically? But they're really talking about disengaging and breathing deeper. They want you to breathe a little bit deeper. If you don't meditate, maybe take a couple minutes a day and just close your eyes and sit there and just be with yourself, right? You don't, meditation can be it can be a scary word to some people because they feel or maybe they have experienced meditation and they didn't feel successful at it. So then they disengage from it.
Right? Or they put unnecessary expectations on themselves. Yeah,
so many expectations on what a meditation is, when actually it can be as simple as just sitting and closing your eyes for a couple minutes. Renee, hello! And enjoying just the silence, because that's when we find our center. So that's what they're really talking about you doing, is finding out who you are on the center, not who people think you should be, but are you living according to who you are or who people think you are? Okay, so this is how sometimes we get to the meat of it. Like, we start talking our way through it, and then we go, oh, this is what they want. They want you to start finding your center, and working from there. Now, is it something you're going to sit down and just be like, yay? Finding your center can be a little bit more challenging, because we are in so many other people's energetic fields. Just having your own personal bubble and allowing that is important. But if you're anything like me, which I am horrible, my sit still capacity is very short. Very, Mr. Sam's in the house. My sitting still capacity is very short. So it is that. I'm working on it. And I think I'm doing better in the last couple of weeks. I think I'm doing much better. Don't look at me like that. I feel like I'm doing better.
They're there.
That's adorable. That's so adorable.
She really has. But nothing like I would like to see her chill.
I'm working on it. I watched all of Bridgerton. Oh my God. I watched all of Bridgerton.
Can you continue?
I am. So take some time for yourself, with yourself, and start to find that inner peace and calm. And what happens is then that starts to grow, and you just, it's amazing. When you can find your peace and your calm in the center, it spreads, and you find that it brings in incredible things in life, because then you start to attract the peace and the calm rather than the chaos. So I hope that's helpful.
I got a little dusty last night here in the barn.
Autumn, how are you? Hey. Hi, Mystic Road.
All right, Shubli, you out there still? I'm sorry, you done?
I am eagerly awaiting your enlightenment.
Mm-hmm. Shubli.
Oh, I'm sure she's here.
I know she is.
So if everybody could share to your own profile, to a group,
helps me connect.
Invite a friend, whatever, we appreciate it. I know, it helps you connect. I get it.
Jesus.
What?
I'm gonna throw it back to the washing machine again.
Yeah. I'll get you another one next time I go to the VA.
I was getting in a chicken brooder, and there she is. Getting in a chicken brooder, and I dropped the hat.
How farm does that sound? I was getting in a chicken brooder.
We got baby chicks. Thanks to our buddy Shannon, her BFF Shannon.
She's hatching them. It takes her a while to sit on them, but it's
okay. Hey, Linda.
Linda Norton. She was just talking about you yesterday.
She has an incubator, and we've been feeding her eggs, so
she starts clucking.
Anywho, Shubli, how you doing? Hey, so Sorry, you have to endure my coughing here. All right, Shubli. Okay, so here's what I pulled for you. All right. So this here is the Two of Pentacles.
You too, Shelley.
All right, Shelly, have a good one. So what I see here, I see a new journey starting for you, and it's going to look kind of difficult and scary, um, but it's not going to be. Don't be don't be afraid of the surroundings or the situations. Um, just know that a lot of new journeys start out kind of dark and I don't mean dark in a bad way. I mean just there's not a lot of information to go on, and so it can be kind of scary. It's kind of like it's like a new a new street for you to be going down. You know, it's nothing. There's nothing to it. It's just another street. Maybe there's no street lights, and then you can't see the things on the side. That kind of thing. That's what I'm saying. Um, it's going to present itself in a very unusual way. Um, Not something that you're going to necessarily have asked for. Maybe you've thought of and just didn't think that it was something that would suit you or that was for you. But you're wrong about that. You're definitely wrong about that piece of it. It is definitely meant for you. Um,
Marita.
Again, it's new, it's unfamiliar. You're going to have a learning curve. You got to stick with it, though. You just got to stick with it, even though it's going to seem like, what the hell am I doing here? What am I doing here? Why am I doing this? Um, it's going to be, oh, I can tell you, it's gonna seem scary. It's not scary. It's just scary in the aspect of the unknown. You don't know what's coming at you, but nothing but knowledge and experience is going to come at you. Okay, come for you. Um, so just lean into it and go with it. Just go with it. It's gonna be good. Um, they're saying this is not a lifelong thing. Whatever this is not a lifelong thing. This is just it's going to be exciting. And when you get past this, I'm scared of this part. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be an experience that you're going to absolutely love. You'll never forget it. Um,
You do need a two-bed therapy card.
what?
Nothing. I'm over here. Just
Okay.
continue.
All right. Anyways, so yeah, lean into it. Ride it out. It's going to be fun. You're going to have some amazing experiences. You're going to meet some new people. You're gonna do things you never thought you could do or would do. Not that you couldn't do them, that you would do, or that would be presented to you to do. So, and then there's gonna be some things there that you never even thought of that are gonna be like amazing. Um,
Yes.
so I got the Knight of Swords was your next card. Okay, the Knight of Swords. Um, I, I, it just this one's rewards. It's rewards.
For taking and stepping out there.
For stepping into the battle, if you will. And then don't think of it as a battle like I'm going to war. It's not what it's about. You're battling your inner self right here. You're going to be battling your inner self to keep going, and you just gotta remember to stay with it. It's going to be amazing. I'm telling you. All right, and then the King of Cups. The King of Cups. Okay. Um, there's going to be some hurt feelings along the way on this journey, though, because you're doing something for you and not for other people. Um, the things you do shouldn't be about what's better for somebody else. It doesn't mean shit on them or step on them or run them over or anything like that or throw them under the bus. Nothing like that. but there's going to be some hurt feelings because you're doing things for you that they maybe can't do or never thought was possible, or the green little green monster is going to come out of them, and there's going to be some revelations as well with some people that you didn't expect to see that from. So just know it's good for you. It doesn't have to be good for everybody else. It's all about what's good for you, kid.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, see?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Again, don't be scared of it. Be smart about it, though. Make sure you do your homework. Make sure you get the right inspections. If you're going to do that, make sure you get the right inspections. Something in this one tells me, and I know because we had gone through this before, if you're going to buy it, pay a little bit extra for an inspection on the sewage line. I don't know why, but just whatever house you decide to go with, make sure you go with that inspection. If that's the path you finally take. But with older fixer-up houses, you got to be careful with tree roots collapsing the sewage lines, whether it's a septic system or whether it's a city setup. Those are the nice thing is they have this technology. Of course, if there's a tree, you need to get rid of the tree to make sure you don't have the same problems. But they can sleeve that sewage line so you don't have to dig it up and put a whole new line in. It's an amazing process. We had it done at our house in Montana. They found a freaking pinhole in the damn cast iron pipe 180 feet from the house, and we had to sleeve the damn thing all the way out to it. But don't be scared of it. Just make sure you get the right inspectors in there to make sure you're not buying a money pit. So there you go. Hope that helps.
The round deck of cards is Circle of Life Tarot.
This is about my go-to. This was usually my go-to deck. I have two of these decks. One at the shop with my map one.
I tried dragging Laura online with us, but she's just having her coffee, and I totally understand that. She's hours away from us in timeline.
She's an hour behind.
But she got to sleep and leave that woman alone.
She's an hour behind us.
We are going to schedule. No, she's not. No. You don't pressure. No pressure. But
I can pressure.
Laura and I are going to schedule a reading day to get on and do this. So maybe not you, but Laura.
Wow. Oh, she is here.
Yeah, she is here. Okay, can we get a whoop whoop in the room? Thank you, Linda.
We were
talking that we were missing you. We thought that you should be at the paranormal investigation meeting with us, and we were like, you know what, we haven't seen Linda in a while, and but we were thinking you would make a good paranormal investigator, so that we were talking about that. That's what we're talking. Never talking.
So if your ears were burning last night, that's why.
Absolutely, absolutely. Where are your glasses, Sam? So Sam's eyes have improved dramatically over the last 2 weeks, and he went for an eye appointment, and they told him that not to wear the glasses that he had before, and yeah, so there's a story that goes with that, but we kind of told that at the beginning. So it was just a really, it's a couple of factors that his eyes have improved exponentially. I'm going to call on
Glasses. We don't need no stinking glasses.
Nancy Ray. I'm calling on Nancy Ray. Nancy.
Well, here, why don't you move this over here out of the way?
Because I might need it.
You're online. Nancy. You don't need it.
Nancy, so I'm pulling out.
If Laura wants to message you, that's too bad.
I was messaging her. Oh, he's fine.
Oh, yeah, I'm good. No, my vision improved for the better.
Oh, yeah.
And so much so that
I didn't put that there, did I?
So much so that my glasses actually make my vision worse. And the doctor was very confused as to how this happened. I mean, it wasn't just like a little bit of a change. It was a massive change in both my eyes. So, and it was just within a matter of days that it happened. I mean, it was one morning I woke up and I put them on. Things were a little fuzzy, but I could still focus with them. And a couple days later, I put them on, and I was just like,
we were talking about missing you, Linda. Is what we were sitting there at because it was a couple people that had been in the intuitive development class, and we were talking about Corey Johnston. We were talking about missing you, and we are going to start doing investigations. So, but we, for some reason, we were like, Linda should be here. Okay, Nancy Ray. I pulled out the
we
tarot.
miss you coming to the shop at all. I mean,
we miss you in general, but absolutely. So I want to talk about your over generosity, and I know that sounds like counterintuitive, right? But I think you give way more of yourself than you get back from others. And not that you give to people or are generous for the receipt of it, right? We don't want to do that. We don't want to just give and expect, because some people do that. They're like, they give and they expect to get back. And I don't think you do that, but it's you give so much and then you're not getting the reciprocation, and you deserve it.
It also runs yourself down too.
Yeah.
As far as energies.
Yeah, you deserve to have the same that you give. So pay attention to that. Pay attention to that. And if you feel like you're giving out and giving out and giving out, you can't pour from an empty cup. So you have to start slowing down on that and kind of hold your energy to yourself a little bit and be like, you know what? I have to take care of myself too. Because if you keep giving, eventually there's not much left to give.
And just remember this: takers will always take. Mm-hmm. Take.
And the better steward you are of your own energy, knowing how to give and not give everything, okay, the better off you're going to feel. And I mean, we don't expect back. No, you don't expect back. That's about the generosity, right? That's about the I want to give, I want to give, I want to give. But you also have to make sure you're taking care of yourself, because if you give out so much, then you don't leave enough for yourself. Okay, so that's what they're talking about. People don't have to give back to you, but just don't give all of yourself to everything.
And here's another thing that you need to take into your giving is give them lessons instead of giving them you. Give them lessons to let them learn how to fix themselves or fix the problems that they have or whatever. If they don't want to fix themselves, they will continue to let you do all the work for them. So in everybody's healing journey, we all have to do our own work. Okay. Doesn't mean we can't reach out for help once in a while. And that's fine. But you can't just take. And you can't just let people take. So
because that'll just be the pattern.
Exactly. Once they figure out that they can just take, and there's no.
Yeah, I like that airplane analogy. Oxygen on you first.
Yes. Yeah. Exactly.
And from that, taking care of yourself, you're going to find that you have more capacity to be generous. And I wish I could explain what they mean by that, but the more you take care of your own energy, the more capacity you'll be able to have the energy to maybe do more, because they're like, this is how we learn. We together. We do this together. Not don't help others, but just don't give everything of yourself.
Help others help themselves.
That's it, right there. I hope that's helpful. So, moving on. Paula wants to know when's your next crystal sale?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to get better here first before.
Yeah, he's been really sick the last couple of weeks. Because we were supposed to have one.
Today I feel 1,000% better than I have in a week, but it's still in there, and I can't. It just isn't, and that's why I keep coughing.
Give us 2 weeks.
It's draining.
Give us 2 weeks. I'll check the schedule. I'll post.
We're trying to do something before Memorial Day weekend.
It's just
Memorial Day weekend. We're busy. We got nothing. We can't talk to you. He don't look you no more.
It's a busy shop at the week of the shop that week. Okay.
So next weekend is the Lilac Festival in Defiance. So it won't be next weekend for sure. It would have to be the following weekend. I'm not penciling it in yet, so just
We have to look at the schedule.
yeah, we have to look at the schedule and get it squared away. But we'll put it out there once we know.
All right, can I get a whoop woo? Can I get? And let me see who's in the room. Yeah, let me see. No lurking.
It's just you and me.
Come on.
Oh, and the dog. He's here too. Oh, you mean?
So if you are,
Yeah, I know.
if you are local,
she dad jokes.
we have Mullen is amazing. He was doing Mullen.
I got Mullen. Yep.
If you're local, we have multiple readers in on Lilac Festival Day. We have a Nordic traditions class coming up the Saturday before Memorial Day. Sound bath that day as well. As a special treat, and I'm hoping it becomes more normal. Jansen and Adam are going to read together in the store. I know, on the 24th after sound bath. And of course, we have our readers. We're looking at adding a new palmist and medium to the store. She came in yesterday and is a delightful energy and fits in very well. So we think she'll be coming into the store to work as well. Yeah, we just have a lot of things going on. We are in Defiance, Ohio. Defiance, Ohio, downtown. Right on the main drag in downtown. The Mystical Moons. But yeah, so, and what else we have going on? We have a lot of stuff going on.
I've got to work during the week.
He's a muggle job.
Okay. Muggle job.
All right, so let's see. Yeah, 2 hours away, there ain't nothing.
So 2 hours away, which way? Where are you at? What state? You don't have to tell me what city you're in or town.
Mystic Road. I'm reading for Mystic Road. You have quite a few little branches that you could be going down in life right now. So good morning, Heather.
Heather.
Quite a few little, New York. That's right, New York.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's not far. I think she's right over New York.
Oh, it's more than 2 hours. That's about a 5-hour ride just to get to New York from here.
That's far away from Brecon Beacons in Wales. Hey, we'll come visit Wales.
Yeah.
It's a tax deduction. Let's do it. You need an appointment, an in-person appointment? I'm there. We're coming. Okay. New York. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So I have to stay on track.
It takes about 4 hours to get to the Pennsylvania line up by New York and Pennsylvania. Well, or Pennsylvania and Ohio meet up there. Oh, is that New York? No, it's Pennsylvania.
I want to go to Lilydale.
Yeah, Pennsylvania runs right along the lake there in that little bitty.
Yeah, we want to go to Lilydale. Okay, Mr. Road. I want to talk about the multiple avenues that you have to travel on. See, look. Yeah, Susie, we're coming.
Yeah.
Let me get tickets. No, we actually plan on next year doing Ireland, Scotland, England, all that. So, Mystic, I'm so sorry. This is my squirrel brain, and I have to keep on it. This is what I love.
But I love every minute.
You
never know. You never know where we're gonna go.
Yeah. Lilydale's only 20 minutes. Yeah, let's come over.
What's that?
She's only 20 minutes from Lilydale.
I don't know where Lilydale is.
Lilydale is south of Niagara. It's the metaphysical community. Okay. Stay on track. Okay. Let's go back.
There's a metaphysical community over there? Why the hell haven't we gone?
Anyways.
Get off of here. We're getting in the truck and going now.
I've got my socks on.
Yeah.
You want to go stay the night over and come back tomorrow?
No, because it would be too late by the time we got there. But
this is really how we do stuff, you guys. Like, oh, really? You want to go do that? You want to go to Cartopetry? So what I really thought about doing today was going to Cartopetry. Okay, Mystic Road. I'm so sorry. So here I am.
They're between Buffalo and the Niagara.
Okay.
That's 4 hours and 42 minutes to Lilydale.
So what I pick up on for you for Mystic Road is there's these different branches. Actually, they show 4 different branches of choices that you get to make, and
that you get to make.
And each one of them, get this, I love this, each one of them leads to something incredible. It's like not being It's a door. Hi, Trina, how are you? It's not being like one of these doors is a negative thing. All of these doors are incredible. Good for you. Abuelita, it's Abuelita's first time. Aloha, Trina. So yes, it is early on a Saturday. We were talking about missing Hawaii yesterday. When aren't we talking about missing Hawaii? But we were like, let's take a vacation. Once again, how we do things. Okay, Lisa, stay right here. That's why horses wear blinders, y'all. Okay? I get excited to bring it back to center. Behind every door is a wonderful thing for you, Mystical Road. It is like opening one and going, wow. And it's about lessons. It's about insight. It's about new things coming your way. It's about how can I make not only my own life better, but other people's lives better. And there's just enrichment behind every door. So if you have these, and I don't know if you have opportunities to do public speaking or if you're writing a book or what it is, but they're like, you're going to share your words in each one of these avenues. And people are going to be like, oh, I understand that. I get that. Why does that work for me? And you're going to create eye-opening moments. You're in hermit mode, but we have to come out of hermit mode every once in a while, right? That's why we go into hermit mode, is so we can work on ourselves. Thought I heard a problem. So that we can work on and with ourselves to be able to move forward. We don't live our whole life in hermit mode. Hermit mode is for insight, so that when we do step forward, we can share. And we have something to share. So don't think of yourself as living in hermit mode, because there's going to be some things pop open and people are going to be like, how can you do this? How do we do that? So yeah, it's about working internally so we can move forward externally and help other people, because that's what we're here for. That's what the people that signed up onto this planet for right now are here for. Like, how do we help each other? That's what we should be here for. Right? Is what we should be here for. Unfortunately, there's a lot of slings and arrows being thrown across the world right now, and we forget our path, we forget our destination, because there's so much on the sides. But they're like, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, because they're showing me 4, and they show it, and it's so weird. They show it as 4 orange lines, 2 going off to the side and 2 going straight forward up, and they're like, or straight forward, and they're like, these are your avenues. These are your avenues, and something's coming. Something amazing is coming. We don't have to always be right here. Okay. All right. The cards are kind of reinforcing this. They're like, you can't live here. You can't live here, right? Because if you do, this is what happens. And if you read cards, I'm just kind of throwing these up here. Don't miss out on the ideas and the sharing, because you're right here. Let go of very much let go of stuff, because if you don't, you're just not getting the I have the Lovers, and then I have the reverse Tower here too. They're like, once you let go and you start bringing and working and bringing and pushing out things as well, everything that you thought was fault that pushed you into hermit mode just kind of goes away.
But it's time to tear down your situation.
You have new things coming. Let it just come in. Just let it come in.
Get out of your own way.
Oh gosh, isn't that a big one? That's a big one.
Get out of your own way.
All right, moving on. I hope that's helpful. Like I say, if it's not helping now, give it a minute.
Get out of your own way.
Give it a minute. Okay. Get out of line. Get off the line. Get off the line. media was that?
Bob.
Back in the 90s, 80s and 90s.
Yeah.
Get on the lawn!
I can't remember his name now. Bob something. He did a one-man skit that.
Yeah, he would have a house and he would run around the house. It was funny.
Ah,
oh man, I know how that is. I'm in mine all the time. Yeah, we tend to do that. We lose track of the destination up that way, and we get in our own way because we get all wrapped up in the everything that goes on around us. But then again, that's what we're supposed to do, probably because this is it's the stop slowing the ways where we learn rather than.
I'm hearing this is what I'm hearing them say. Stop worrying about the what ifs. What if this? What if that? What if this? What if that? Deal with that shit as it comes along is what they're telling me. Don't talk yourself out of something because of the what ifs.
Yep. Okay. If everybody could share to a feed, your feed, a group feed,
hey,
a friend,
look
Adam.
What's up,
Adam.
So who were you reading for there?
That was. I forgot the name. That's all. Mystic Road. That's how I let stuff go so quickly. Moving on. Ta-da! It happens.
She never. That's just like when I message her something, she never reads it. It's like,
oh my god, so many videos and memes, and
that's my love language, man. I'm sorry that I'm bothering you.
Okay,
I'm sorry I'm bothering you with my love language.
The love language of memes. It's you're not bothering me ever, honey.
Oh, I know, because you don't look at them. You just ignore the shit out of me now.
Hey Heather, do you want us to put your name in the because we're starting a chat for the paranormal investigation? Do you want us to put you on that chat? And if Linda Norton's here too, if you want me to put your name there, I'm not forcing you to be in the chat, Linda.
And we're not trying to guilt you into anything either.
No, not at all.
But Linda, we would like to see you at the shop more often. Just come in and say hey.
Just stop in and say hi. Get yourself balanced out a little bit, girl.
If nothing else, just a hug.
Okay, moving on.
Oh, this is dirty, man.
Okay, we'll add your name to that. I have to start a list. A list.
Yeah, she's a lister.
Courtney too. Because I will forget. Okay. Oh, thanks, Adam. That's fabulous. That's great. Adam says he has us on the big screen in the store. And it's a big television. It's a huge television.
The Jumbotron.
We're in the Jumbotron. No. Anyhow. Can I get a whoop whoop in the room? Of course, it's really no trouble at all. Yeah. Okay, moving on.
Oh, that sounds like I need to smoke something for tomorrow.
Smoke something?
Mm-hmm. Get the smoker out and smoke some meat.
I mean, that's your call.
I gotta go to the store. What time's it? Well, we won't make it to the meat department.
No.
It take too long to thaw anything out.
Are you reading?
I might be.
Are you going to pick somebody, or are you? I'm not pushing you. I'm not pushing you. I'm just asking.
I really like the tone in which you order. Hey, Vicky. Oh, that's your phone.
Wait, where?
Up.
Huh?
Up.
Huh?
Down.
Huh?
Yeah.
Okay. That's for you?
No, you. Well, I'll read with you, but
okay.
I mean.
Tell me what to do. Okay.
Wow. She's so damn hateful this morning.
I am not. No. Okay.
Get out of bed. We got stuff to do. Blah, 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 blah. What are you doing today? You can't lay here all day. She didn't do that, by the way.
No, it didn't. But whatever, man. I'm gonna go with Paula. Paula Muniz. I know.
Munoz.
I never know how to say
Munoz.
it. Sorry. Paula.
Abilita, how are you doing, girl?
First time. Paula. Paula, I want to talk about somebody. I want to talk about a little bit of mediumship. I have an older woman. She's kind of bent in back, like she didn't have great posture. Darn it. She didn't have great posture. She had, okay, so I have to figure this part out. Did she have really good hearing, or was she a medium? Somebody that worked with spirit or was aware of it, maybe didn't work with it and make it really well known, but because they're giving me hearing, so I don't know if she was really good. She had good hearing and like eagle ear hearing. Everybody heard, she heard everything, or if she was very in tune with spirit and would have been like the family. Oh yeah, she has things. She has some. I need my phone. Things going on. She knows that. Mary Beth. Have a good afternoon. Have a good afternoon. Oh, you guys are funny in the shop, by the way. I was like, oh, I hope everything's all right with Jesse. Yeah. So Paula, I don't know, but this is a woman. She had poor posture. She was older when she passed away. She either didn't have great, she either had really, really good hearing, or she worked and could see spirit. Okay. She also wants to talk about pointing. Like, why are you doing that? Why are you doing that? She used her hands a lot when she talked. She's showing me doing it. She's like that. Have a great day, Marita.
Peace out.
So does the pointing mean something to you, like shaking her hand at you? Didn't necessarily mean to be pointing, but shaking her hand at when she was talking. Does that make sense to you? And she cooked a specialty or something along those lines. I smell something specific, like I don't know, maybe it had tomatoes in it. It smells like that. Does that make sense?
Enchiladas.
I don't know. They keep it hush hush. Yeah, that's a thing, right? It wasn't real well known. It's a hush hush thing. But the shaking of the hand, I know, I know, it does. The shaking of the hand, not necessarily pointing, because I feel like that'd be rude, but the shaking of the hand, or some kind of hand gesture that would have been relevant with this person. So they're trying to narrow it down as to who it would be.
Place in Toledo that makes dynamite tamales. I bet their food is phenomenal.
She made spaghetti for you all the time. It was a paste. It was a tomato based, whatever it was. Okay, it makes sense. Great. So we don't do this to just be like, look what I can do and give you a bunch of evidential mediumship. It's great to have the evidence to know who it is, but then we move on to the message. And she wants to talk about starting things from the beginning over, and starting something from the very base, and building up something that you already know how to do. It's time to reevaluate some of the things, a process that, and she's using an analogy of cooking. Okay, she's using an analogy of cooking, like first you start with this and then you add the things that make it wonderful. But it's about adding the things that make it wonderful, that makes it special for you.
Building the base stock first.
Yeah.
So then you add the,
and it's like you're gonna have to tear something all apart, create it all over again, so it works better. And this is something that you do. It's something you do throughout the course of your day that has become mundane. Okay, it's become mundane. It's very much like move the coffee pot. And she's talking about being sharper about something because you're missing a loophole on something that you could be doing more efficiently, or it would bring in a better flow through your day, so you would have more room to do the things that you want to do rather than having to do all the things you have to do. So she's like, create more flow. Find some things that are going to make you relaxed and happy and peaceful and calm. And she wants to see that for you. She wants to see I know I'm an empath, but I don't know if I have other gifts inherited from them. I wouldn't be surprised if it was mediumship. Hi, Becky Fox. I wouldn't be surprised, Paula, if it was mediumship. And see, mediumship, you guys, any of the Claires, do not present themselves like you see on Hollywood. That's not it. That's Hollywood. They do that for viewership. It does not work that way. So you could be getting mediumship hints and knocks on the door and not even know that that's what it is. So when I give myself a little, I'm sorry, hon. When I give myself a little bit more time to find a new groove, because I'm still struggling to find a new groove, we're going to start doing online classes again. And for anybody that's interested in psychic development or mediumship classes,
Online or
in store. I actually think, anyways, I have thoughts. But because it's important, we don't understand what the signs and signals are sometimes. And the more we understand, the more they are able to clearly come across. So she's like, have some self time to figure it out, kind of thing.
Okay, so let's talk about this for just a second, because this is the message I'm getting. Okay, in whatever this is that you're dealing with, okay, that's out of whack, seems to be out of whack. The simplest thing to do sometimes is to write down the process. Okay, just get you a piece of paper and write down, I got to do this, and 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 I got to do this. And at some point, you're going to look at that list of things, and don't get overwhelmed by the list. Okay, but you're going to see how, if I do this here, then I can move this down here, and then I can do this, 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 and this, because they're all kind of piggyback off one another. So it's kind of restructuring and organizing your day a little bit, or the process of whatever or whatever it is that you're working on, or that you want to optimize, if you will. Write it down. Write all the steps down. Write everything down, or whatever. If it's a bunch of things you need to do, write them all down. And then it's amazing how when you can see it on paper, how you may have all these things, but then you just say, okay, well, I'm going to do this. I go, so just number them in order of which one you want to do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, whatever, whatever the thing is. And I'm telling you, sometimes that's the simplest way to get yourself on track and make things flow, because you can actually see it. It's not a bunch of scattered things out there, because now you've put them into a path. So up here and on paper, now you've got something to flow with, and practice that for a while. And it works.
It works.
It may seem overwhelming, and don't put 1,000 things down there or 100 things down there. Just put the top 10 or top 15 things that
you're 2 hours off. I think you can give yourself. So I put the My Mystical Life link in the group, in the chats, you guys. So if you go to mymysticallife.com, make sure you sign up for our newsletter. It comes out every week. And the reason you want to do that is because I can guarantee you I'm not going to remember everybody that messaged about a class. I'm not that good. I just am not. I know my limitations. But in the newsletter, we'll have that listed. We'll have it. Okay. We'll have the classes as they come up listed. So about, I don't know, was it 3 weeks ago, we closed our My Mystical Life membership. And that created this, okay, at least it kind of pulled the rug out from underneath me, which is a good thing. But now I'm still trying to find my new normal and when I want to get back online and do classes, because we're trying to go back to our old school when we got online and we did our video classes, our Zoom classes.
You got to tear the tower down to rebuild.
Yeah, so that's what we're doing, and that's why it's taking us a little bit of time to do that. But I like doing online classes. I like doing in-person classes. Takes me straight to your YouTube channel. My Mystical Lifetime does mymysticallife.com. It shouldn't. No, on mine it takes me right to our webpage. mymysticallifetime.com. You can try the mysticalmoons.com as well and see if that does it. The mysticalmoons.com. How is it taking you? I don't even know. Is anybody else the link taking them straight to YouTube? Maybe just type it in, mymysticallife.com, instead of hitting the link.
Oh, you know what? It might have took it right to Ghost Squad.
It might have.
The Ghost Squad thing.
So can you explain the shadow people and the vibration on the side?
Okay, so Paula, on the shadow people there, Abuelita, if you're still there, don't go nowhere.
Why?
Okay.
Sabrina says it takes over right there too.
Well, we're gonna have to look at that.
So I don't know why, because I typed it in. So type it into your search bar, mymysticallife.com. Don't click link.
Okay. Okay, so the shadow people or the shadow animals. So a lot of empathic people see this, okay, and it's just out of the corner of their eyes. It's not necessarily because that's where they can exist without being obvious. I'm sorry. It's breaking up, but I'm so happy for that. Anyways, Jesus, empathic people, once they realize that they're empathic and they'll see shadows that kind of move, but they're almost always out of the corner of your eye in one way or the other, or below your range of direct range of view. And generally, that's pets or smaller animals that maybe have passed, or it could be your old pets, or could be pets that died in the facility, at the house, or whatever, wherever. So it's not a bad thing. It just means that you're spiritually opened. You're seeing these things. And there's really not any. There's not any, and it's okay. So it's basically just leftover energy, for the most part. Now, pets and things like that, there's a different story because they have an attachment to us, and at least with our own pets. Okay, if you have pets that when you move into someplace and there's little spirits running around on the ground there, that's just that's their energy. It's their home. That's what they're attached to. So there's no harm in it. Once they start chewing on your table, that can be a problem. But as far as seeing people, out of the corner of your eyes, do a little research on the places that you're living in. See if somebody maybe passed away there. And sometimes, especially with a rental property, it could be 15, 20, 30 different neighbors or residents back. It's hard to say. Anyways, nothing to be worried about. It's just their energy still there. And no.
Ow. Krista Rose, hi, how are you?
Can you scroll back up?
I can do that.
Let me see. Keep going. I'm looking for just to keep going. Okay. Maybe she's gone. Go ahead and scroll back down to the bottom.
Okay.
Abuelita, if you're still out there, I was going to do a reading for you, but
it's just hitting the Ghost World Network.
Well, it was 3 minutes ago.
Try copying and pasting the one I said.
I don't know if we can get that.
Joe Megan says it took her directly to the webpage.
Huh.
Signed up to email, took me to the website. Heather says it took me to the webs. So I don't know. I wonder if she says constantly walking by her front door.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no. Yeah. Wow. But yeah, we also we're going to Sedona. So we're, as a group of whoever wants to go and have fun, we have an Airbnb in Sedona, and then we have some recommended hotels in the area as well. We're actually staying in Cottonwood.
It's about 20 minutes from Sedona.
It's a dark sky community, so
yeah.
We'll be doing extraterrestrial CE5. We'll be doing transmediumship. It depends on whether we drive or we fly, as to whether we take drums for drumming circles. Visiting vortexes.
No, I think we're going to drive out.
I think we're going to drive out.
Okay.
So if you want to go, and we actually have it very affordable. I think you can book a part of a room for $600. And that's from the 11th through the 15th.
Yeah. And so if you go to my, themysticalmoons.com and go in our store and type in Sedona in a search bar, you'll see the room. Well, it's not rooms. We've got some double beds or queen beds.
There's some queen beds.
Yeah.
If you bring a friend, you can share bed.
Yeah. So, well, I mean, everybody's got to pay for their own spot, but there's still some spots left there. We're set up for what, 14 people?
14 people.
14 people. This place has got a pool, and it's got a lot of it's not just a house. It's a really cool place. And there's some outbuildings that people have already rented out. So but it's cool. It's going to be nice.
You're in Taos, Melanie. That's right. You're in Taos.
Yeah, we've been to Taos. I like it up there.
We like Taos. We lived down in Santa Fe for a while.
Yep.
Yeah. Lots of activity up in Taos. Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah. It's a pretty cool little community.
Yep.
I like it.
Yep. Like the mountain up there was beautiful. Absolutely beautiful up there. Anyways, so yeah, Sedona. Now what you're going to see if you go there and look at it, you can put $100 deposit down right there, and then I will send you an invoice from PayPal.
Unless you want to pay it all out.
Unless you want to pay it all at once, but you got to let us know that up front so we can
do it differently.
Put it up for you. But anyways, it's a $100 deposit, and then I send you a PayPal invoice that you can make payments on for the rest of it. So you don't have to pay it all up at front, but everything has to be paid up by August 28th. So, but this gives you time to make payments on it, and make arrangements to get out there.
Sabrina, so if you go to the Mystical Moons, there's a thing there that says Sedona. It'll take you directly to the page to book, and you would so if there are a queen size bed available, which I believe there is, what you do is you hit it.
I think there's 3 for 2. I think there's 3 queens left.
You hit it for 2. And that will book you for 2, and then Sam messages you.
And then I'll send you an invoice through PayPal, and then it'll have the balance of that room.
But you get to see what the house looks like and everything. If you go to that, it is so cool. It has a heated pool. You can visit your 4 horses.
You can fly into Phoenix, or you can fly into
Flagstaff.
Now it's going to cost you more to fly to Flagstaff, but but it's a beautiful ride down to Sedona from there, and
we are going to have so much fun. I just know we are. We're going to have a blast, and we're going to hit some. Saturday is going to be a fluid day because I know that the Grand Canyon's right there. People want to go to the Grand Canyon.
What, 2.5 hours to get to the Grand Canyon?
And there's a tour that will take them to
the Grand
Canyon. Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
So they can get on a tour bus. They'll take them to the Grand Canyon, and they can go do that. But for the people that don't want to do that, there's going to be some other things that we're thinking about, like side-by-side tours, or
there's all kinds of Native American ruins out there that we
so pretty.
You can side-by-side out to. You just got to ride side-by-side.
Yeah.
Don't let her drive you anywhere on them back roads. Negative.
He's just a chicken.
No, I'm not a chicken. I am not suicidal, man. She was going, I'm telling you, she let me drive. Okay. Now we're on a nice dirt road. It's great. No. She goes and finds the one thing. You've got to climb down the side of a mountain
and then
back up the top of this sumbitch.
Here's the way I looked at it. There's nobody dead at the bottom.
These are rock crawler kind of vehicles that should be crawling this thing. Not some damn side by side.
Yeah, it was fun.
Anyways,
you're taking your drum, Heather, on the plane?
So
okay, I'll make sure I have a drum. We'll bring it.
If we're driving out, we could.
Should you rent the passenger van? You need to talk to Sam about that. That's you and Sam.
Yeah, get with me, Heather. We're gonna. I think this is a good idea, but let's chat.
You guys chat.
Okay.
Sabrina says she'll get in. Girl, see what he did. So Sam was raised in the city, and but this makes a difference. I was raised in the country.
She was raised in the same flat ass country I was.
But I was in the country. I was on dirt bikes, mini bikes, golf, go-karts.
She assumes that I've never ridden one either.
Yeah, but we were on them all the time. We had trails across the street. We were on them all the time. So for me, let's do it. And he just didn't know that. He thought, because he was creeping along. He's like, I don't like mountains. I don't like to go around fast curves and stuff like that.
Maybe it's just that she don't like me driving through the mountains.
Yes. So, no, just anybody in general. But it's when he was like, oh, because he wasn't going to let me drive. I'm like, oh, let me drive. And he's like, okay. So, game on.
And she mashed that pedal to the floor and never let off of it. I was like, well,
it was so much fun. I
was okay out on the road.
4-wheelers, dirt bikes, horses.
I was okay out on the road
all
until she's trying to go down a goddamn river valley that was.
Yeah, I'd take my horse
like
full tilt through those.
Like a 16% grade. I mean, this bitch was like, and rocky, not like, oh look, there's a rock. I'm talking boulders and shit, man.
Sabrina, you and I can get along. We have a horse.
I would have done it on my own, but nah.
A new way to see the scenic route. He absolutely was so excited to get out of that side by side. It was hysterical. I was like, oh, that's
I got out and got on the other side and drove the rest of the way. Hell with that shit. Get your ass out. I got this. You ain't doing that shit to me.
Oh, no fun. Anyhow.
Don't mess up the meal ticket.
Wow. Wow. Oh,
but yeah, so I guess she left, damn it.
Hey, did you think Misty the Mayor's Prego? Hey, do you think Misty the Mayor's Prego? Misty the Mayor, is there something at least you got to ride. I have a nice side-by-side and a four-wheeler. I like a four-wheeler too. I did a four-wheeler. Well, we've ridden four-wheelers too, but I got to do that in Jamaica. That was a lot of fun. Let the woman drive. Okay.
You know why men generally drive everywhere? Because they want to get where they got to go in time and alive.
Whatever. All right. Everybody, I'm going to go into the shop for a while.
Well, damn. Abuelita, I'm sorry. You missed out.
Did Abuelita leave?
Yeah, she's gone.
Yeah, she does. She's gone. Okay, so Mr. Fry and he's going to go do his thing, and I'm going to go work in the shop. And we really appreciate everybody being on this evening. And
this morning.
Yeah, right. Whatever time it is. Your horse. Oh, I haven't paid attention. Did you? We're still trying to get ours to breed.
There's Isis. Good morning.
We're still trying to get ours bred, and this is a rough breeding year, from what I understand. They're having a lot of like hemorrhagic follicles, so it's not.
And then our mare with the baby, she's just being a massive bitch.
Yeah, she's like, "Don't touch my baby." So, ta-ta for now.
Yeah.
Anyway. All right, everybody.
You too, Susie.
Yeah, that's a big deal. The horses aren't going late, so everybody's breeding late. Yeah.
Every year it seems to be something different with all the horses, though. It's not just like, this horse here or that. It's like, it seems there's always been something goofy going on.
So, with that, everybody, find light, find love, find joy, feel divine, because you are. And Mr. Fry?
May the light be with you always.
All right, we'll talk to you guys later. Bye.
Have a good weekend, everybody. Be safe.
If you have any questions, Sabrina's, let us know.
Hope to see you guys in Sedona.